Alright, today we are going to be doing a tour of Oak Grove Resort and Campground here in Holland, Michigan. Before I go inside, I just wanted to show you Ottawa Drive. When I got my reservation, I was concerned about road noise from this, so I will, when I take you around, show you which one of the sites are closer to the road and which ones are further from it. This is Saturday morning. This is more traffic than there has been all week. Just because people are heading this way to the beach. The beach is 1.5 miles that way, and they're coming from over here in Holland proper, right off the freeway. This is also the multi-use path. It goes many miles all the way around Holland, sneaks back up and goes all the way to Grand Haven at least. So lots of mileage you can get on your bike. They've got a dog park off to my left. When you come in, plenty of room for all the biggest rigs. Sneak on into the right lane. Check in the office. I'm going to try not to get hit by a vehicle today. Basically put, you can see which one's over here, which we'll walk in front of later. This whole row backs up to the road. We're staying just off that row and don't hear the cars at all. I believe it's also a 35-mile-an-hour road, so not the end of the world. I could have picked any side I wanted. The reason I check is you'll see if you pull up their site map, there's a giant lot way down in the corner, which would have been cool to have, but it backs up to the road, and I was just a little worried at the time. They've got activities here: tetherball, ladder ball, basketball. I don't know if you can see it, but those are goats up on a truck. We'll get closer over there in just a minute. Alright, when you come in, I'm not honestly sure what this building is over here. This is the main office with the restrooms. They've got propane fill over here, trash is over here as well. This is what they call the barn. I don't know if they do anything with it in season or out of season or after Labor Day. The place is open, but like the pool is closed, these types of things. There's a gate to get in. They give you your own code. I've been in the bath and shower house. Very nice. Walking you over here before we actually look at the sites, because they have a site map over here. It basically gives you an idea. We just came in. We're standing right here. All the sites on the right of the map are the transient sites. They call them large prime overnight sites. Everything on the left, which I'll go through here super quick, are the seasonal sites, which you'll see the majority of them are full right now of either little cabins or park models, those types of things. So we're not going to tour a bunch of this, because unless you're here to try to get a seasonal site and move your park model or move your RV in for the entire season, it won't do you much good. What I do want to show you is the pool area, which is closed. Pool, spa. Looks like it would have been nice if we were here earlier in the year. Now this is a good, I've walked back through all of this. You can see this is pretty much how it is. Park model RV, park model RV, little cabin, those types of things. So that is the seasonal side. I'm going to walk you through the transient overnight side here real fast, so you can decide if this is the right spot for you. Now what I appreciate is that when I came in, these cars were not here, because when you come in, you've got to make this turn, and they're smart. They put a little caution thing here. It wouldn't have been impossible, but when these cars weren't there, you had tons of room. So I know the camera's looking directly into the sun. We'll try to avoid that for just a second. That's the back of the property. It backs up to single-family residences on one side and maybe some RV storage on the other side. Now this is the same route you would take as you come in. It's one-way road. You loop around, pick out the side that you need. Quiet times listed at 10 p.m. Campfires out at 11:30. This is site number 134, if you're following along on the map. Each site, they'll tell you how big a RV it fits. It looks like most of the sites back here are big enough for the largest RVs. This one, 134, I think might be the smallest one. These are the goats I was talking about. They are just chilling up on the truck. Kids have had fun coming over here, feeding them, petting them. Don't forget about the sign. Alright, heading back around. That's where we walked in on. Basketball court and everything here. On my left, site 129, plenty large. And on my right, 127. And I don't know what it picks up on the camera, but we are now basically one spot off of the freeway. 128 on the left, 126 on the right. And we'll sneak all the way in here. This is site 125, one of the sites that backs up to the road. Just give you a feel for it. They did plant some nice trees here. They raised the mound of dirt, right? But if I'm super honest and you're sensitive to traffic noise, don't get into these spots along this end here. If it's a non-issue for you and you want to take advantage of the bigger sites, go for it. Retrospect, looking back, I would have gotten one of these, no problem. But our RV is pretty well insulated, and we don't really care about the traffic noise because we stay in places that back up to freeways and airports and train stations and things like that. Now there's basically, call it 4 rows, these 2 little mini rows I just walked past. So 131 here with the Airstream, 130 is the 5th wheel we just passed. There's only a couple extra spots there. And then you got the main back row. We're going 121 here on our right. Coming up to 120 again on our right. This place was empty 2 days ago. I assume people were just coming in because it's a beautiful weekend here. Probably coming in to enjoy the lake. I'm guessing they're not coming. Well, we got some people from Illinois on these. Just reading their license plates. Big site on our right is the one that I was looking at. I don't see the site number, but we're 116 here. 117 on the left. That RV is leaking water. I hope they know it. 114 on the right. And you can see 110, 12, and 14. They back up to whatever that is over there. I've been here all week. It hasn't made any noise or done any of those things, but there is a building there. The building has no windows if you worry about that. 113, 111, and 109 on the left. Once we make it to the end of this road, that is the entirety of the Oak Grove Camping Resort here as far as the overnight stays go. Now, if you're not familiar with Holland, there's a lot of cool things to do here. You can Google those things. Biggest one for us is the beach. They've got the windmill, which I believe they say is the only functioning windmill left in America. Downtown, really what we're here for is our last Cherry Republic. I mentioned it before in some of my other videos. We're here in Michigan, Cherry Republic country, and that's where we'll be going to visit today before leaving on Monday. So that's Oak Grove. Until next time.